What is going on to the AMC stock group and what is going on to the AMC community? I'm actually very happy that AMC stock decided to actually go up on the day. In my last video, we were talking about the inverse correlation between AMC stock and a lot of the indices, but that is not why you guys are here today. You guys are here to hear what Mark Cuban had to say about AMC stock. I cannot believe he accurately predicted what was going to end up happening with this community and what was going to end up happening with this stock. And this does not go for AMC stock only, this goes for GameStop. And before you guys hear what Mark Cuban has to say, I would like to talk about something that has been causing a lot of frustration within the AMC stock group. On a lot of my other videos that talk about the price prediction for AMC stock, a lot of people are frustrated. And I understand, because every time there is a price prediction for the stock, I always talk about how my price prediction, in my opinion, is about AMC stock in the near term. And all these price predictions, like $61 a share, $64 a share, $51 a share, $100 a share, $80 a share, and even higher, all of these are definitely price targets and they all range from time to time. For example, if you look over here at the January 2023 calls, and I know a lot of you guys are still very frustrated at the option contracts because you guys always hear people talking about how there are so many option contracts, yet the price is not moving in any direction. Rather, it is more stagnant and it is more in a consolidation phase. And I understand that too. But what Mark Cuban talks about is he says how the unity between a lot of these retail traders, they will come together collectively, and that is what is going to drive a lot of stocks higher and higher. And in my other videos, I definitely do see a lot of disconnect between a lot of the AMC retail traders in the comment section. And I think that we together can become a much better movement. And in fact, we actually need this to become an even stronger movement in the future because we cannot let anyone stand in our way to try to disconnect us. And I think a lot of people are just frustrated because of all these price targets that I have for AMC stock. And back in February, when I was also talking about AMC stock a lot, that was actually one of the only stocks that I really wanted to start investing in just because I saw what happened to GameStop. And so when I had all these price targets, and when I talked about these price targets, a lot of people thought I was crazy. And then the price ended up having a massive short squeeze to the upside and it ended up going parabolic. So all these sentiments that are causing a lot of arguments in the comment section, I understand. This is the exact same thing that happened in February. However, what I just wanted to say is I think that we should have much more unity going forward. We gotta stay together. And just because AMC stock is down on the day does not mean I will change my price target. And that's why it's important to watch the majority of my videos, because what ends up happening is I talk about a price target for AMC stock on a day-to-day basis, but then I talk about how this is a near-term price target, and so therefore the price target will end up getting achieved because of this variable. But this variable is only going to take place in the future, right? Not on a day-to-day basis. And I think a lot of people just end up getting that confused because unfortunately they do not watch the majority of the video. Now, enough with that being said, I just wanted to clear up a lot of the frustration that has been going on in the comment section because I really want to make this community as strong as possible. And if you guys are stressed about AMC stock, and if you guys have any questions, or if you found out something about AMC stock, make sure you guys comment down below. In my opinion, I think that as long as we have the most bullish sentiments in the comments, I think that'll just strengthen this movement. Now, enough with that. Let's go ahead and talk about what Mark Cuban thinks about unification and how it will help stocks like AMC.
Some will make money, some will lose money, but that's just the way the market's always worked. The only thing that's really changed is the speed and the density and the reduction in friction for smaller traders to trade. That's the only thing that's changed.
Reddit are on these threads who are saying some of these things, too. Do you worry that some of the Wall Street guys could get behind that, some of the big guys, and manipulate those things?
Yeah, but it's not really manipulation. It's absolutely no different than what has always happened, Becky. You know, it's just these folks are picking things where, you know, heavily shorted stocks. They'll go to low float stocks because they know they can flex and show off, you know, and let people see what's going on. But look at it the other way. What if they go after companies that are really good or maybe smaller companies that are have a great social mission and get people not just to buy them in mass and quickly so the stock price skyrockets, but also to hold on to them or, you know, in cryptocurrency terms, hodl them so that, you know, that company really can grow based off of the valuation of that stock. You know, so I think now it's just a flex. You know, they picked the right place to show off with these heavily shorted stocks. And, you know, hopefully they'll go to good companies too and and help them grow. And we'll see a positive side of this that hopefully will have long-lasting effects.
And so ultimately, what Mark Cuban ended up saying was that he basically reiterated what I was trying to talk about in the beginning of this video, except he brought up a very crucial point, and that is the stocks that ended up going up because of the gamma squeeze, because of the short squeeze. It was because the retail traders decided to pick the stocks that they thought had the best movement behind it, or the best business model behind it, or even they just wanted to see a stock succeed because the company itself is also probably going to do well in the future, or they just wanted to help out a company. And so AMC and GameStop were both one of the two companies. I remember for GameStop, a lot of people wanted to see GameStop transform its entire business model. So what did the retail traders do? Thankfully, they decided to buy a lot of long positions for GameStop. That was so helpful for GameStop as a company. I believe that GameStop may have done a dilution, which basically means that they were able to build up some funds for the actual business and the business model, so that therefore GameStop as an actual company and not just the share price would end up doing well in the future so that they could grow their company. And what did AMC end up doing? AMC ended up also having dilution, and at first this caused the share price to decrease. But what a lot of people didn't know was that that was actually going to be reinvested back into the company. We know, and thankfully, guys, we have a great CEO on our side. A lot of other CEOs, they would not do what Adam Aron is currently doing for the AMC retail traders. And Mark Cuban, I think back then, this is something that he also pointed out is that when you have this connection, whether it's between the CEO and the retail traders, that is going to make the share price extremely strong. And I know I'm talking about share price, but this all really matters because Adam Aron, he knows what the share price is. Anytime he sees a retail trader unhappy, or when he sees the collective retail traders unhappy, or a universal movement and they're not happy, that is obviously going to affect his future decisions, meaning that he will try to do whatever he can to make the AMC retail traders happy with their share price and happy with AMC stock. Now, of course, he cannot directly change the share price, but in my opinion, he will try to do whatever he can to benefit the AMC stock group. And Mark Cuban and I agree on this 100% because he stated that not all companies will end up staying where their price ends up going stagnant at a high price, because we saw a lot of other stocks, they had parabolic moves to the upside and then they end up dropping. And Mark Cuban actually said that what the retail traders may do in some instances is that they will try to make a low float stock and they will try to buy as many shares. And then because it is a low float stock, they will see the share price double, triple, quadruple, etc., and they will take their profit and they will leave. AMC stock, if that was the case, AMC stock would not be trading in the $30 range, even the $30 range, right? I know we were at $40 just a few weeks ago and actually just a few days ago, but that is irrelevant because we are still trading at the high $30 level. We are at $37 a share basically. And so if AMC stock, if the bullish sentiment, if the bullish run was over for AMC stock, do you guys think it would be even trading at $30 a share, $35 a share, $40 a share? Fundamentally, that does not make sense for AMC stock right now because not everyone is still going back to a lot of theaters to watch movies. And so even with all this, we knew from the beginning that AMC stock was never about the fundamentals. However, there is still demand for the stock. There is still resilience in the stock because how else would the stock still be trading at the $30 range? That would make no sense if there was no backbone for the stock, but there is a very strong backbone for the stock. And same thing with GameStop. GameStop actually fluctuated way more than AMC stock in my opinion because you would see the price go to $500 a share, then $350 the next day, or $250, and then back to $100. But then it would immediately the next day or the next few days skyrocket all the way back to $400 and $300 a share. That volatility is crazy, and I think that AMC stock will continue to have the same volatility, except obviously not as extreme, because a lot of retail traders in AMC, they want to hold this stock for the long term. And in fact, that is actually what I'm doing. I'm just keeping my shares, I'm locking it up in the account, and I am not looking at it for 1 year. Now, why am I doing that? And I'm not the only one holding it for at least a year. There are so many other people that are holding it for at least 1 year, and we will all get the benefit of capital gains tax, meaning that we will pay lower taxes on our favorite stock. And I would actually recommend opening up multiple brokerage accounts. And I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just my opinion, but I was also warning back then how there may be some problems with one brokerage account if you only have one. For example, a few days ago, Fidelity and Charles Schwab, they ended up crashing, meaning that their brokerage wasn't working. And so if you guys do not have Webull, I'm sure a lot of you guys already do, but if you guys would like, it is totally your choice. You guys can click the link down in the description and open up a Webull account. Very simple, and it may help you in case of an emergency in the future, like how we saw a few days ago with Fidelity and Charles Schwab. Going back to what Mark Cuban said, he is right, guys. He is right that we need that unity. And he was also right, and he accurately predicted that there was only going to be a few stocks that would be sustainable. And what were those two stocks? They were AMC and they were GameStop. Now, what do we need to do with Mark Cuban's words, and what should we do going forward? We cannot be against each other. We have to uplift each other. And if anyone is stressed about AMC stock, in the comment section, we must try to help each other. And again, we must not go against each other. Otherwise, this movement will have many conflicts in the future, and we do not want that because obviously right now we are not where we were back then. And what I mean by that is we are right now at around that $30 range. And so therefore at times like this, it is very crucial because we do not want the share price to end up going lower just because we may have some conflicts within our own community of the AMC stock group, just because we may have a little bit of arguments here and there. Okay guys, so with that being said, AMC stock group, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.